Hi, this is Brittany and our new puppy Yuki, and in today's video we're going to show you how we made this shelter, so stay tuned. Hey guys, this is Brittany and our 5-month-old puppy Yuki. He's a Samoyed. He's a type of sled dog. He loves the cold. This shelter right here, it's called a lean-to, and it's one of the more basic shelters out there. There's a variety of ways you can do it. And with this particular one, as you can see, I used lots and lots of sticks. And that's because we plan on coming here again and again. And as we're going to talk about at the very end, there's also some even simpler ways you can do this, even in your own home. We've selected this as our spot. We've done some scouting out of the area, and there's not too many overhead branches that look particularly scary. We've spent a bit of time yesterday collecting some dead wood. The whole process might be a little bit quicker if we had just taken some of the living trees around the area. We just don't feel good about taking down live trees. And of course, if this were a real survival situation, we wouldn't be really relying so much on found or harvested wood. We'd be relying more on something like a line and tarp. It's not as much fun to build it that way. We're gonna do it the hard way. It's gonna be a blast, and hope you enjoy. Alright, so that's that dead tree. I'm getting hot. Blood bubble. Yeah, I should teach you that, hey? Come over here. We have our 6 poles. Woohoo! We did it! We did it! Now we have our 6 poles, and I've arranged them into bundles of 3 because we're going to make tripods. And a tripod is basically 3 poles tied together at the top. Super useful skill. And Yuki, this is called paracord. It's a type of rope. We don't eat it. Very good boy. Of course, I could make natural fiber cordage, and in order to make enough of it for the shelter I'm trying to do right now, it would take a little more time than I probably have access to today, so I am going to take the easy route. And so yeah, once I have it around all 3 of them, pull it down a little bit tighter, take my knife and cut the end of it here. Always make sure to put your knife back so that you don't accidentally step on it, or a puppy doesn't step on it. And so once you've tied together your tripod, it's time to set it up right. Into the as you can see here with the bed, we are making ourselves a platform. It's really, really, really important to keep yourself up off the ground where the fire will be able to reflect down on you. The ground can actually steal more of your body heat than anything. And from there, we'll put some thicker side rails. Just going to fill in the middle with some smaller saplings. You help me? Bring it. Good boy. Thank you. Yuki, thank you for your help. You're such a good boy. Bring it. Okay. All right, let's go get another one. I think the bed is puppy approved. Oh, kisses. We'll be covering the back with something. We'll probably be covering the sides a bit as well. So obviously with something like a lean-to, you're only covered by one side. If you went ahead and built the whole thing without taking into consideration where the wind's coming from, you're going to be very sorry. In Ontario, most often, the wind comes from a westerly direction. We've noticed that the snow is mostly only on one side of the tree, and it happens to be from the northwest. If there weren't snow on the ground at the moment, we would be covering the back side of this with forest leaves. We've actually done some tests with kids where we poured water on their shelters and counted how many drops that came through, and the leaves work surprisingly well as insulation as well as waterproofing, provided they're thick enough. You can go and get pine and spruce boughs and put them on the back. We are refusing to cut anything live for this experiment. We may just have to deal with a wool blanket on the back. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. We still have a few hours of daylight left, and I'm gonna save my battery for the next video. So yeah, we'll see where we get to between now and then. If you wanted to do this at home, the only thing you need for this shelter, you don't need to make a tripod. You don't even need sticks. The only thing you really need to make a lean-to is a blanket or a tarp on an angle where one end is higher up and the other end is touching the ground. There's a lot of different ways you can do this. You can get creative with rope and tarps and blankets. If you really want to try with sticks, you could use different sticks you find around the house. So you probably have a broom, you probably have a mop, you might even have some hockey sticks. A lean-to doesn't always have to be open like this either. Instead of this pole being a pole or a rope right here, that could be a rock out in nature, or the side of a hill, or even a big old tree stump, you know? And so in your house, you probably have the back of a couch, or a table, or some chairs, or even a bed. And so considering the only thing you need to make a lean-to is a blanket or a tarp set like this, where you can get under it, for this week's at-home adventure quest, I would love to see how you guys choose to get creative in making your very own lean-tos. So thanks for joining us for the construction of this lean-to video, and Yuki thinks you'll really like the next videos we have because they're all about our adventures and what we learned trying to sleep out here in the cold. So stay tuned for that.